Hey guys, this is Abhishek from GadgetStudios.com, and today we have the Acer Liquid Z4 with us. Acer Liquid Z4 has been announced over here at Barcelona at Mobile World Congress 2014, and we are here at the Acer booth and we have the Acer Liquid Z4 with us. This device is pretty good in terms of the overall design. As you can see, it looks like a very good candy bar phone, and there is one additional functionality on this device with an additional button which is called the Acer Rapid Control. The Acer Rapid Control button over here, if the device is actually in the sleep mode and if you press this button, then if you press this button for a longer time, it will actually launch the camera. So it will launch the camera like this, and when you press this button one time only, it will actually launch the application which you will configure. Right now Facebook is configured, so this button is actually at the back side, and this button is almost the same in terms of the overall functionality which we have seen on the LG devices, including the LG G2 and LG G Pro 2 as well. And again, those devices had this button at the back. Now Acer has actually put this button, and again this one is definitely different in terms of the overall look and feel, but almost the design has been, again, I think has been inspired from there, especially when it comes to the back button, as we haven't seen any of these back buttons in any of the Acer devices which we have seen earlier. When we take a look over this phone is pretty good on the specification front. It is actually designed for emerging market like India. It will come to India very soon. I think by the end of March or April beginning, you will see this device coming to India. This is called the Acer Liquid Z4. It has got a 5 megapixel camera at the back with LED flash and a secondary microphone. On the top you have the 3.5mm audio jack for the headphones. You have the power and sleep key. On this side you have the volume rocker, which is again a plastic button. Both of these are plastic buttons. On this side you have no button, nothing. At the bottom you have the micro USB port for data syncing and charging, and here you have the primary microphone. When we take a look over the back side has a back cover which again cannot be removed. So the back cover cannot be removed on this device, and you cannot remove the battery from this device. As far as the overall form factor of this device is concerned, this device weighs really light. In terms of the weight, it is only around 130 grams, which is fairly light. When we talk about the thickness, it is having a thickness of 9.7 millimeter, which is the exact thickness of this phone. You have got a TFT capacitive touchscreen display, which is pretty good, but again the viewing angles are not that great, as you can easily notice, and the kind of colors which we see on the display is also good, but not too good. Again, it is not the best colorful display which we have seen on any other phone, but again this is pretty okay for this device. When we talk about this device is going to be a budget Android phone which will come to India very soon, and it will be coming for a price point in between 10 to 15,000 Indian rupees. Let's see when it comes to Indian market. Let's talk about the specifications. As far as the resolution of the display is concerned, it has got a 480 to 800 resolution display, and again it gives you a pixel density of around 233 pixels per inch. And again, with this pixel density, you won't notice any pixelation on this display, as the display is also pretty small, as the display is approximately 4 inch. But again, this display actually makes this device pretty good to hold in one hand, and the overall form factor of the device and the portability becomes much better. When we talk about the micro SD card slot is as of now not there on this device. And when we talk about the inbuilt storage is 4GB, and the micro SD card slot may come within this device. Again, we are not sure when it will come, but you will have that micro SD card slot once it comes to India. So the version which will get launched in India will definitely have the micro SD card slot. When we talk about the storage of this device is 4GB. And again, when we take a look over the front profile, over here we have the nice metallic earpiece, which is like this, very good in terms of the design. You have the touch capacitive home buttons and the other buttons which are there on the body of the phone, not within the display. The front is actually kind of fingerprint friendly, and the back side is matte finish. So the back side is pretty good, a matte finish, and it will not get the fingerprints and scratches very easily, and that is very good. When we talk about the RAM on this device is going to be 512 MB of RAM, and again with this amount of RAM, if it comes to India, then it will be priced below 10,000 rupees. That should be the price, and let's see when it comes to India. So let's take a look over the camera and the other things as well. Talking about the version of Android which is running on this device, this is how the Android UI look like. And again, the Android UI on this device is not stock Android. It is a custom UI layer which is running on top of Android, just like we see on some other phones like LG and Lenovo. This is how the phone dialer look like. On the phone dialer, you can see that you have almost a stock phone dialer, and you do not have the option of making a video call. When we take a look at the messaging application is again stock Android, as you can see, and you do have continuous input supported on this budget Android phone which will come to India. And as far as keyboard keys are concerned, they are pretty big. Again, not too big to type, but you will get used to it in the portrait mode within some time, and in the landscape mode you can easily type on this device without any issues. Let's go to the settings and storage. This is how the notification center look like. Let me just go into the settings to show you the version of Android and other things of the device. When we talk about the version of Android, the device is running Android 4.2.2 as you can see. And when we come out, let me just show you the storage scenario as of now. So as far as storage is concerned, this device has 4 GB of internal storage, and out of which around 1.63 GB is reserved by operating system, whereas the available storage is only 854 MB. Again, the inbuilt storage which is available to the user is not too good, but you have some applications and some files as well on this device. That is why it is actually eating up the storage. Okay, you do have micro SD card supported on this device, but again, in order to insert a micro SD memory card, you will have to remove the back cover. And again, in order to remove the back cover, you can actually lift it from this side and the back cover can be removed. And I would like to correct this because the back cover can be removed from this device. And as you can see here, we have the slot for the micro SD memory card. And again, there is one version of this device which is already there in Europe and which will come to Europe and other countries, which does not have support for the micro SD memory card, but this one has it. So this one has it, and this is the version which will come to Indian market. Here we have the micro SD memory card support, and when it comes to the SIM card will go over here. The SIM card 1 will go over here, the SIM card 2 will go over here, and it is a dual SIM device with a micro SD card support, so it is pretty good. When we talk about the battery on this device is approximately 1600 mAh, as you can easily notice over here. So it is going to be a battery of 1500 to 1600 mAh, which is going to be on this device. Let's see at what battery specification it will come to the market. And again, this battery should be good enough for 4-inch of display size which we have on this device, so there should not be much of a problem, especially as far as battery is concerned on this device. When we take a look over the display scenario, let's check out whether it has support for automatic brightness. So it does not have support for automatic brightness. There is no ambient light sensor over here on this device, but you do have a proximity sensor on this device. When we talk about the things, you have different kind of things supported. Then we take a look over the RAM scenario. So when we talk about the RAM which we have on this device is 512 MB of RAM. Out of 512 MB of RAM, as of now, 338 MB of RAM is used and 131 MB of RAM is free. So again, you have fairly good amount of free RAM available on this device, which is again going to give you a better performance. And again, this amount of RAM specifically for this size, for this device, is not too high, but still the overall device is responsive and there is no lag in the UI which we can notice, or which is actually causing any kind of problem as far as the device functionality is concerned. When we take a look over the other application which will come pre-installed, you have Acer Cloud application, some other Acer application which will come pre-installed, some photography application from Acer which will also come pre-installed on this device. You have large number of other applications including Google applications as well. You also have the option of using the LED flash as a torchlight. You have File Manager which comes pre-installed. So you have a good number of useful applications which will come pre-installed on this device. This device looks pretty good in terms of the hardware specification. Now let's check out the camera of this device and let's see what is the overall camera performance of this device when it comes to the rear camera and the front camera. So we have the iPhone 5 with us as of now, and let me just launch the camera UI so that I can show you the overall quality of images which you will get from the camera. When we talk about the chipset, and before we actually talk about the chipset, let me just show you the camera first of all. So you do have tap to focus and autofocus is also there, and it looks like a MediaTek chipset, and we will confirm that later on. And again, this is how the camera photo will look like. We have just taken a photo from the rear camera. The rear camera is a 5 megapixel camera, autofocus, and again it can also record high definition video at 720p. The overall image quality is not that good. The amount of colors which I see is good, but again the amount of details is not that good on this photo, especially when we take a photo from the rear camera. And let me just show you the view from the front camera as well, so that you can get an idea about the quality which will come out from the front camera. You do have panorama mode supported, HDR mode is also supported, and let me just toggle the camera view. So where is the camera view? Let me just go over here. Okay, we cannot show you the front camera view because this device does not have a front camera, so which is definitely not a very good thing. And let's see whether this device actually is a successful device in market, in Indian market specifically, where we have front camera on almost any other device. Even if it is a VGA camera, you have that camera on the devices like these, which comes in this price segment. When we talk about the processor which we have on this device, it is a dual core 1.3 GHz processor which we have on this device, and it comes from MediaTek. So it is a MediaTek chipset most probably. Again, we cannot confirm the same as of now, but the kind of camera UI and the UI which we see on the device is actually on the chipset which we have on which are actually based on MediaTek. So it seems like a MediaTek device, pretty good phone, but again, in terms of hardware specification, it is lagging behind, especially on the camera front. It does not have a front camera. The rear camera is again basic in terms of the overall performance. When it comes to the overall design and the form factor, the design is good, although it is plastic at the front and glass, plastic at the back and glass at the front, and you have a nice silver lining on the edges, which again make this device pretty good in terms of the overall look and feel. It looks good, quite premium in terms of the overall look and feel. So let's see when this device comes to Indian market and what price it comes to Indian market. We will some other things I would like to highlight about the Acer Liquid Z4 is that you do have support for tethering as well. You can create a portable Wi-Fi hotspot with the 3G internet which you will have on this device with SIM card. And when it comes to DTS sound, you do have support for DTS sound as well. You can control over the treble, bass levels, music equalizer you have, video equalizer you have. So all these things you have, and you do have support for location access as well. So you can also use GPS navigation on the go on this device, and once you need to check this option, you can actually use GPS navigation on the device without any problem. When we take a look over the Acer Rapid Control, the Acer Rapid Control is this button. Short press of this button will actually launch application. We have configured Facebook as of now, and you can also configure other application, and the long press of this button will actually launch the camera. So this is how you can actually use the Acer Rapid button which is there at the back side, which is good, very good for this device, for a budget device like this. Would love to help you. If you have any specific questions for this device, you can leave them in the comment section below. You can like this video if this video helped you by clicking the like button below. You can subscribe to our YouTube video channel for more videos like this by clicking the subscribe button below. Thanks for watching this video. This is Abhishek signing off. Thank you.